good.
If you could change one thing about how workplaces operate today, what would it be?
Again, the spread up important information of how to do your job or what you need to know to do it right, and then give everyone a chance. Just because you think they're this age or just fresh out of school, that we can all learn from me.
If I could change one thing, how workplaces operate, it's being adaptable and open to change. Looking at the ways that things are not always happening that they used to happen, and knowing that the way the boomer generation worked or the Gen X generation work is not how Gen Z and millennials work. So myself as an example, I've worked at home for the last 10 years for 8 out of 12 months of the year, and I don't know if I could ever go back to working in an office. That flexibility and that adaptability to how your employees can best work. Some people work best in an office, some don't. I do my best work when I'm at home, quite honestly. And I think being open to trying those different options and trying those new things is so important with adhering to people's lifestyles. People don't necessarily live to work anymore. Some people, unfortunately or fortunately, work to live. So they want to have that balance, and being able to have that flexibility of, working hours if possible, working location if possible, would make a huge difference.
I'd probably say the stigma around younger people in the workplace. I don't think a lot of people are like that, but I think there is definitely a stigma around younger people, especially kids fresh out of high school, that they don't want to work and they don't want long hours. They want, they just want to go and like goof off, and they're not to be trusted. And I understand that may be true for some, but I don't really think it's fair to apply that to everybody. I think if a lot more people in the workplace gave younger people a chance to, and really gave them a sense of belonging and made them feel appreciated for the work that they do, I think they'd find that they get a lot more out of it, rather than treating them like, oh, you're just a summertime employee, like we're not going to put full time into training you. I think you give what you get out of somebody. So the more time you put into somebody, I think the more they will care about it and the more they'll want to do good work.
Yeah. I think maybe that sometimes workplaces get really caught up in making money, and that they value that over the people who keep the business running. Where I've heard stories from friends, or I've seen articles where suddenly everyone at the workplace all leaves. And then, yes, you valued making the profit really, really highly, but now you don't have a team to help you get there. So I think that creating a team that feels valued and they feel like they are supported and they have people behind them who are there to help them, and they're there to make sure that they enjoy their experience is really, really important, because without the team, you won't make any money anyways. So it's kind of a balancing act.